Last time we played, you all started a fight betwixt some of the dragon claws and one of the groups of cultists. Some of you were fighting against the claws, some of you were fighting against the cultists, some of you were just trying to mix shit up, trying to trip people over as they walked through. It was all a hell of a mess, but it definitely drew the attention and the ire of some of the higher ranking members of the group here, and your fight was interrupted briefly by the shrill call of this person, this mysterious figure in the purple coat you had seen in Greenest not the day prior. And
Did you
everyone,
say green coat?
I said purple coat and Greenest, didn't I? Oh, I mean, well, I may have wordsed wrong, so, you can see the picture though. The
Purple coat and green vest sounds like a fashion disaster.
Oh, now I want to Photoshop the image to be a green vest. Oh, yeah, so in Purplist, the green-coated woman called out, and at the dragon cultist camp, the raider camp, your fight, I should say, is disrupted. All of the dragon claws and the cultists alike turn immediately and cease fighting for a brief second. What do you all do? Bearing in mind, Leosin is still tied up on the post. You haven't broken him out yet. So, yeah, I don't know what your plan is from here. So let's find out.
I'm still deaf, so I'm going to visually follow what else everyone else is doing.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely see everyone sort of cease mid-blow and turn and look up there, and your eyes would be drawn to a number of somewhat gnarlier drakes being told to get out of the freezer.
Out!
Out! Out, drakes! Flanked by four brutish dragon claws, you see this person.
What's the plan?
I'm gonna
What?
play along.
So you all pause along with the people that were fighting just a brief second ago, and the shrill voice continues. Who started this? All of this shit! What's going on in my camp?
Oh,
I'm getting told off by my daughter. She's telling me to shut up.
She's correct.
She's correct.
Who struck first? I can't remember.
I believe the
Mary
Dragon
Ellen.
Claw punched the other guy first, and the other guy retaliated thanks to our sign.
Yeah.
Yep, our Scion did crazy Scion thing.
Yeah, I believe it was Dragon Claw 1 that hit Dragon Bless Cultist 24.
I guess I'll point at the Dragon Claw. It was him.
The dragon claw looks. I don't know what came over me. I apologize, Frulin. And he takes a knee and bows in the direction of this purple robed figure.
I turn to him and I go, how could you besmirch the Dragon Claw title so?
Do you say that to the dragon claw?
Yes.
Frulam calls out in that same voice I was about to do. But I'm not going to do it because I'm going to get told off.
Do it quietly.
You can't do it quietly,
You can't do
Lucia.
it quietly. It's the voice. Calls out, and who are you to be doling out punishments? To you.
I am the last Dragonclaw. I do not mean to dole out any punishments. I just cannot contain my disdain for traitors.
You called yourself the last Dragonclaw?
Yes.
Okay. She steps closer and her entourage, in lockstep with her, follows closer to you. The last Dragonclaw?
Of course, the last Dragonclaw.
God.
I do not pretend to not hear the rumors about me. Much weaker than others. Why hide the fact that other Dragonclaws are more powerful than myself?
Oh, by last you obviously meant lesser.
Yes, the last in the rankings.
She laughs. So you must be Ecopsy. I have heard so many bad things about you, Ecopsy the Lesser.
Have I heard anything about Ikatsi?
As Aurelius?
Yeah, sure.
No.
Alright.
You see some of the other dragon claws sort of looking around, covertly trying to get a look at your face. They know Ecopsy, but this person who's speaking doesn't seem like that wanton fool. But they dare not speak in front of Frulam. Frulam walks up to you a little bit closer. The entourage still following suit. However, she stops just short and she beckons for you to step forth.
I turn towards Marielle to give her a nod, as if to, hey, you know, uh, do what you will with this time. And I step forward just slightly.
Closer. Closer.
Okay.
Stand before me.
Is this good?
Just one step at a time. How about here?
Do you want even closer, or how close are we talking?
She leans forward like to meet you halfway, and she leans in and whispers, so only really you can hear. And she says, "Why would I suffer? A foolish idiot in my camp." And before she even gives you a chance to answer, she takes that pointy stick in her hand and stabs it right at your chest.
I wince in pain.
She's going to attempt to attack you. The weapon doesn't actually touch you. It stops maybe a foot short, but a bright golden ray shoots out of it and will possibly hurt you. Oh, that's Leosin. Sorry, not you. Shoots right past you and kills Leosin. So it does pop out.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
Yeah, and you feel this blast slam into your chest, and you feel yourself weakened for a moment. Does anyone want to react at this point? Now, this isn't like a continuation of the fight per se. None of the Dragonclaws are leaping in to fight alongside Frulam. This appears
Am I
to
still
be
deafened?
an execution. No, it would have worn off by now. I think it was until end of the
Okay.
campaign.
Well, I'm the only one who can make a scene without blowing their cover. Can I punch Fanatic 17 again?
Yeah, so I mean, you're the only one not just up in a dragon thing, right?
Yep, I was
Yep.
playing prisoner.
Perfect. Alright, yes, I will say from now you can have your turn to attack Dragon 17. You'll have an entire turn here. Is anyone else going to be acting at this point to help Aurelius? Now, that was a considerable hit that Aurelius just took, and you can see that he is in poor shape.
And you said it was just meant as like
Holy
a
shit.
punishment thing?
This
God
looks
damn.
like an execution more than a fight.
Nice fucking hit.
Oh.
Rip.
Oh, that phonetic's down. So, as this blast goes into Aurelius's chest, almost immediately Gollum just whips out a fist and smashes and kills two of the cultists. Just left, right, two of them go down, and the dragon claws immediately to either side of you let out a roar of get the prisoner, and we'll try to leap forwards. At this point, roll initiative, and as we go through the turn, I'll be calling on each of you to decide what your action is going to be, and yes, it will be a fresh set of initiative.
Oh,
Woo! I'm rolling hot today.
goddamn.
Alright, so start with the prisoners. The drakes at this point are obediently not reacting. Golem,
All
You've-
right.
your turn.
Yes.
You've had your surprise.
I'm trying to not actually talk too loud, but imagine him roaring this. You are the reason my Lady Marielle is dead. Pointing directly at Purple.
Okay.
And in the meantime, I'm going to keep beating up our minion.
Alright. Freeland will answer. Oh, I'm sure that many people have died because of me. That's the intention. And she sneers towards you.
And I'm going to try to force forward with him as a human shield. So it's a athletics check against his fortitude.
Alright. Go for it. Roll athletics. Your target is 16. Yeah, it'll do.
So I move half speed.
Just.
Is it half speed while grabbing someone or full speed?
Half speed, yeah.
I'm going to go there with him directly in front of me.
Okay.
And I don't think I have an interesting minor action. Not at the moment.
Okay. So is that your turn? Aurelius, you're up. You've just been blasted in the chest. You're feeling weak. What are you going to do? You can hear that Golem is making a ruckus behind.
I do see that. Or I hear that. So it looks like to the south, there's definitely no way for me to escape. Is that correct?
I would say that's a reasonable assumption. Nearby, there's a few of the enemies, and further south is cliffs.
What are you eating?
Yeah, I think I'm going to really, really play up that attack and just really just cough, wheeze, cough, like choke up as much blood as I can and pretend to.
Damn.
And the Academy Award for Best Actor goes to Aurelius Star Singer.
I'm going to just really just just tell the other dragon claws that they suck. And I'm done.
All right.
Don't hit.
Hang on.
Don't
Tell me
hit
off,
me.
child. Okay, so you go down like a sack, and it looks like everyone's buying it. Certainly, Freeland would probably be more surprised that you were still up after a blast directly into the chest from her magic stick. But the fanatics responding to the attack by Gollum will leap into the fray.
I'm about to die, aren't I?
Nah.
Well, time
Seems
to
like
roll
we're
up a
all
paladin.
going to die.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, Morjeet and Flint. This fanatic is going to be bustling past both of you. Do either of you want to take an opportunity attack?
Oh boy. There sure are a lot of dragon claws and fanatic. And also for Lamondath.
You know, Gollum's got this.
Alright.
What's my bluff? Oh, it's very bad.
See, Gollum's got this.
So, it does deal half damage and ongoing 5 damage.
Oof.
Save-ins.
At least I've got good saves against ongoing.
Now, quick reminder, hit, that's the hit effect, miss, that's the miss effect. Effect line happens regardless of hit or miss?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. Okay, this one's going to bustle down the same way to the other side. Gollum, you're also going to get an opportunity attack.
Snake food. That's
You have
Alright.
one hand grabbing, right? So you can still have a free hand.
Yep, and I can actually release as a free action.
Ah, cool. So do you want to take an up attack as he comes around to the other side to try and grab a hold of your other arm?
Yes, but I missed.
Okay. So he's going to come in with rapid strikes. Come on. Alright. No one's going to take the up attacks either. Now the one that's grabbed, he is going to just try to stab you from close range with his sword. And
Oh, yeah, a 17's gonna hit, yeah.
he also had combat advantage just in case it didn't.
Mm-hmm.
And he bloodies you. Muriel, you can see all this is going on. Gollum is getting dragged down under the weight of these cultists. One of which is still wrapped tight in his arm. What are you doing? If anything.
Oh God. This is. Oh. I'm gonna delay.
Okay.
Put me at the bottom.
Alright, after Morjeet. Okay, so next is Leosa.
Passing the buck. Did we free his hands? I forgot.
I don't think there was an opportunity. Although
No, it was me who had
yeah, you
fake
had the
hand
bound.
bindings.
Yeah, that's the one that you could break out of free. I don't think you had a chance to break Leosin out while the fighting started. But I will do a little going back in time thing because I feel like with Aurelius and Muriel there, you would have had a few seconds, but I'll say that the both of you can roll me a dungeoneering or thievery check, DC 14, and if either of you make it, you've got him out. So Leoson's hands are similarly unbound. Whew. Perfect. Alright, so Leoson's hands are free. However, he is wisely going to choose not to show that at this time and simply stay as if he is roped up to this wood thing until things look more favorable. Flint.
I'm just gonna hold on here. I mean, there's not a whole lot to do that won't cause extreme pain and death.
Just go for it.
Maybe next we can challenge the dragon directly again.
Good plan, good plan. Yeah, I'm going to wait.
Are you going to delay as well? Everyone's going to delay and there's still not going to be any choice. And everyone's just going to be at the end of the encounter just like, I'm just waiting.
Yeah, I'm not gonna delay my turn, but I'm just not gonna do anything this. Because I'd rather keep my spot there in the combat. I'll hold an action.
Okay, for what trigger?
When one of my teammates, excluding Golem at the moment, make a move, I'll attack. I guess the guy next.
Okay. Frulam steps over Aurelius's body. Aurelius, do you want to take an opportunity attack?
I would prefer to
Continue to play dead.
pretend to be dead, not
Yeah.
actually be dead.
Okay, perfect. So Frulam steps over you and moves down, standing next to Muriel, looking at Golem. Muriel, you are going to have an opportunity to have an up attack if you so wish.
No.
And Frulam comes down to looking at Golem, struggling with the phonetics. And she just says, surrender or die at their hand. Either way, it's no sweat off my back.
I'm going to make eye contact with Leosin. Does he make eye contact with me?
He does. He can see you on from the wooden beams.
Alright, then I'm going to make the smallest of nods at him and then collapse back down to my knees in despair.
Alright. And as you do, the phonetics under the direction of Frulam sort of grab one arm each and hold you and pin you to the ground. The one that you're holding, I'm assuming you let go? You just drag him to the ground as well. Perfect. So you let him go and he quickly turns and with a little bit more attitude than the other two, grabs like around the back of your neck, and you're held in place as Frulam stands in front of you between you and Muriel, and she says, such energy, such potential. Put him in the cells. The sun is too good for this one. And the phonetics begin to drag you up yonder.
Okay. I still kind of have a plan, and this is basically the plan. As long as I can work with Leosin. My goal, if I have any say in the matter, is...
I'm going to stop you, because you're not going to have a chance to communicate this plan to the others.
Okay, I make eye contact with Leosin again, and then kind of vaguely look in the general direction of the others in the hope they connect the dots.
And Leosin gives you the smallest of nods back as well. You are accompanied by the 3 phonetics and 2 of the dragon claws that were in charge of the prisoners. The other 2 living dragon claws make sure that the other prisoners are secured. Muriel and Aurelius, you see one of the dragon claws coming to check Leoson's bindings, what do you do?
Oh, I'm going to. I'm going to try to like concentrate on psychic powers, but keep it like hidden from others. And I want to distract him. I want to put some other idea in his mind, so maybe he forgets to do it.
All right. So as he comes up, mark off your distract encounter there, and as he comes over and starts checking the bindings, you see him. He sort of grabs onto the ropes and then just turns and looks around and shrugs, lets go of the ropes, and turns back to one of the tents without checking Leoson. Leoson looks confused, but then looks at you and sees that you're making a concentration face and connects the dots. Now, the rest of you can sort of mill about, but you're directed back towards the cultist tents after this episode. Gollum, you are accompanied right the way into the cave, the eastern side of the bandit camp.
I am slowly following my pog as he gets dragged all the way up.
And Frulam and her entourage make their way back to their main tent, where they have mimosas and sunbathe.
That's
Yeah.
a weird combination.
So, what are you all doing from this point on?
So here's the plan. We get Leos in one of these fancy costumes, put him in it, and all of us somehow go free Golem and then get the hell out of here.
And find the gold that we gave these guys.
That can be. We'll put that in our back pocket.
I mean, it's a lot of gold, but I do have big pockets, so okay.
Surely, a group of cultists meandering around into the cells shouldn't arouse suspicion, right? Nah.
No one's going to confirm or deny that.
I'm not here.
I'm dead.
You have a chance to be. Oh shit! That's right. Hang on. What comes of Aurelius? Yeah, no, you're dragged back up to the Dragon Cult tents, thrown onto one of the mats, and left to your own devices to, in their eyes, recover. Which, as soon as they leave, you're able to obviously get up because you're fine.
I can short rest.
Yes, I will do a short rest for everyone.
Time to use my Song of Rest. Actually, does it apply to my?
You'd hope so. So the day goes. A couple hours goes
Oh,
past.
I can use some surges too, right?
Yes, you can. I'll cover what happens to you in the cave in a brief minute.
Okay.
But for the purposes of what you need to know now, you're dragged through a few winding tunnels to an area that has a very sort of crappy cell built in it. It's like wood posts just sort of wedged in between rocks.
Mm-hmm.
Which doesn't seem like it would really hold even like the flimsiest of kobolds. So you're not exactly sure how this is going to hold you. But that's where you're put for now.
I will wait until my turn to investigate further.
Perfect.
When I was in the fray, did I notice how similar were there any similarities between the Dragon Blessed cultists and the Dragon Claw outfit?
I mean, there's some similar motifs, some similar designs, but I mean, they're not mistakable for one another. They're
Would I be able
unmistakably
to,
of the same idea, but entirely different uniforms.
would I be able to reshape my Dragon Claw outfit into a Dragon Blessed outfit?
Reshape using what?
Good question. Is there anything available to me in this tent?
Roll me a perception. Let me see what you find.
Sure thing.
You can find a few little bits and pieces, and you find a little wooden bowl that appears to have threads and needles that you could use to stitch some of these things to make it, at a distance, look enough like one, maybe. It probably wouldn't hold up to any sort of real scrutiny, though.
I don't know if I like that, but then again, I don't know if I like coming back from the dead either. Are any of my friends nearby?
Yeah, I mean, they're all around the tents. You can spot them pretty easily. Now, bear in mind, the cultists didn't think that you're dead. They just know that you're dealt with, sort of downed at this point. They dragged you up here to recover from your run-in with Furlum.
Okay. So I don't need to assume a no identity.
No. I mean,
But I mean, you
Furlum
still
might
can
see
if you
you and
want.
decide to finish what she was doing, but she was definitely distracted by Golem before she did anything that would be deemed completely kill-worthy.
Ah, Golem, you saved my life.
Yeah, that was the plan.
All right. I'm gonna whisper over to Marielle and be like, so that didn't quite go quite as planned. Do you have any idea?
I think you cut off.
I cut off. Sorry. Yeah. Didn't quite. That didn't go quite as planned. Do you have any idea?
Ideas, I assume. I feel like your key cut's always like a second too early.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I don't. But we're all still alive, so we can regroup and think of something.
Yes. Did you see where they took Golem?
I Yeah, I should have seen where they
Yeah.
took Golem, right?
Yeah, I mean, everyone would have seen you
Yeah.
dragged up to the caves.
Yeah, they took him over to the caves.
Interesting. So, we're in a pretty bad spot right now, wouldn't you say?
Oh, definitely.
So the plan. I think the problem with our earlier plan was that we created the distraction at the place we were trying to do our plan. So everyone came barreling down straight for us. I'm wondering maybe we could implement a version 2 where we try the same thing and then use that as a hey, let's get the hell out of here. Or maybe we can try to deal with the shrill thunderstaff lady who almost killed me, but I don't like that idea.
Personally, I would like to see if we could get these prisoners out of here.
So
Agreed.
essentially what you want to do is go to a different area of the camp, basically repeat what we just did, but this time not stick around there and move to a different part of to help out Leosin and Golem, I assume.
Yes, the thing is, I'm not quite sure if just one distraction will do it, because when that lady arrived, all the fighting stopped. Every little bit of bloodshed was just cut off right at the head. So I'm wondering, do we need to make more distractions? Do we like set a fire somewhere and like have it be more than one thing happening at the same time?
You know what makes a good distraction? Explosives.
Oh, do you have any?
No.
Oh,
But, I mean, maybe we could find something here. They obviously would need. I'm sure they have lanterns, which means they would need, have oil. Uh, you set a barrel of that on fire. Well, it's gonna get no.
yeah, that is quite ingenious, Flint. And where would you say we place these explosives?
Uh, if we wanted to cause the most damage and the biggest distraction, probably wait until they're asleep and put them right here in the middle of this Dragon Claw camp that we're kind of all move them all towards the center. Meanwhile, we go get Leosin and Golem.
I see, I see. Is there any chance that you or Morjit or someone who is apt in the arts of sneaking could examine and see what the state of Golem is, how well guarded?
Well, uh, I'm about as quiet as an ogre in a china shop, so maybe Morjit.
Yes, I am an expert at sneaking.
I mean, we don't necessarily even need to sneak, do we? I mean,
You're right, we are cultists. We own this place.
well, maybe not own, but I don't think it would be suspicious if one or two of us were to check up on the prison.
And the gold.
Maybe just leave the gold.
The gold will be a bonus if we're able to figure this out. So, if we are going to figure this out, so I'm thinking, I'm formulating a plan right now. Maybe, Flint, would you be able to procure explosives in the camp? Find everything that you can to make a big boom. I assume you know what can do that because I certainly do not.
Well, I could certainly try.
And then
I
Marielle, when Flint is ready with his explosives, would you be able to create another one of those fistfight distractions?
Yeah, I could try that. I also have another idea as
Oh,
well
by
that
all
we can
means.
do before we cause the distraction. What if we try to relieve the guards that are covering the prisoners and tell them that they want to be seen by the dragon lady, and while we take over their shift, we just let all the prisoners out before we cause our distraction.
That's ingenious. I mean, I could say that it is my punishment. I'm taken away from the action for my stupidity.
Well, you tried, and it just didn't work out like we wanted it to, and that's happened. But yeah, at least we're all alive, like I said earlier.
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm a genius. But what we can do is maybe figure out where we are the replacements for them, like Mario was saying, and then yeah, when we have maybe Morjit and myself can go over to where Golem is, see how he's doing, maybe find a way to bust him out of there, while the two of you create your distractions. When Flint goes boom, Mario creates the fist fight, and then we try to get the hell out of here. With the prisoners, of course.
Suppose it all depends on what time we want to do this. So are we going to do this at night or when most of the camp's asleep, aside from what I assume they would have a watch?
I don't know. Well, what time were you thinking? Night does sound good to me, but I'm all in.
Pick you up at 5?
Froome went into that. Well, I guess getting ahead of ourselves here. Got to first see if we can find anything. But yeah, she went in that big tent over by the cave, right?
Yes.
Hmm. Okay. Yeah, I think probably waiting until most of the camp's asleep, so we don't have too many cultists and fanatics walking around would be best.
If any of us get stopped at night specifically, what's going to be our reasoning for sneaking around?
Watch duty?
A lover's tryst.
Sure.
So you think maybe you're sneaking off to meet someone, or helping two other people try to sneak up and meet up together?
Yes.
I
Yeah.
like the way you think, Margit.
Well, it'll gain much less suspicion than being on watch, because I assume the watch people know who else is on watch.
That's a fair thing to assume.
That is a fair assumption. This is why you're the brains of the operation, Morji.
Could I have a perception from each of you who are in the cultist camp area, please? Just before we cut to our good friend Golem.
I see
Oh,
absolutely.
no.
Oh no! There we go. All right.
Oh, Margit with the save.
It is still not enough. Mwahaha!
Man, it's really not enough. I'm sorry.
See what I mean?
Uh-oh.
Nah, it's
Should we-
fine.
Oh.
While you're all discussing your excellent Ocean's 11-esque heist, Morjit notices, because Morjit has an eye for these things, it would seem, a number of carts being moved towards the caves and then moved away from the caves. These carts have on the back of them sort of big barrels for water, wine, that sort of thing. But Morjit, you notice that these carts, when they come back from the cave, they're sitting much lower on their axles. Actually, it's the Italian job, isn't it, with the low axles? They're sitting lower on their axles than any sort of liquid filling them has any right to do. That was bad English. Let's just not
Yeah.
let's pretend it didn't happen. They're sitting way lower than they should for any sort of liquid. There we go. And yes, suspension exists in my universe.
Yeah, leaf springs, right?
Yeah, of course. Or just bent axles, either way.
And where are
this
these
is going on for
leaving
hours.
to?
They are leaving the camp, and they are leaving the camp with considerable guard. They each go out with about 20 kobolds and 2 to 3 cultists each. And in the couple of hours that you guys spend here in the tent discussing your plan, you see about 3 carts go.
Well, it looks like they may be shifting the gold. We should make haste unless we miss.
What? What? Huh?
These carts coming and going. They seem to be loading up at the cave. Gold's the only thing that I could imagine making this. The tires deflate that much.
What about rocks?
Very heavy rocks filled with gold.
Gold rocks. Geniuses. Yeah, sorry.
Though, maybe if someone was in said cart when it went into the cave, it would be a good way to get in to the cave.
Is there any of us who would be daring?
I volunteer.
Oh, wow, Morjit. Such bravery from
Yes,
someone
bravery.
as handsome, and I sorry, I can't do it. Yes, please do. Please do so, Morjit.
Now,
I'll have you know, amongst my people, I am particularly handsome.
And I will believe that.
now remember, Morjit, don't do anything to compromise your cover, even if you see a lot of gold.
Define a lot.
Now, Morjit,
Yes.
sorry.
I feel like everyone stopped to let everyone else talk.
Mm-hmm. Well, I can't talk.
All right, Morjit, let me float this idea out towards you, okay?
I am listening.
So you've heard of silverware, right? Think about this. Goldware.
My friend, you are a genius.
Please. Tell me more.
So
Please,
what
please.
you're saying is I should take some goldsmithing tools with me, set up in the cave, and then start making cutlery, yes?
Of course. I mean, we've seen the damage that your silverware can do. Can you imagine what you could do with goldware?
Ah. See, I knew we keep you around for a reason. That and your stunning performance.
Now, as you two toot each other's trumpets for a short while longer, we'll cut now to Gollum.
Yes.
Gollum, you were dragged through this tunnel. Your head was mostly kept down, lest you give any lip or back chat to any of them. They sort of drag you mainly through this cave, but you do manage to get a little bit of a look through the rooms you go through. You pass an entrance that is guarded by a couple of dragon claws. You travel down through a path here, which is flanked on both sides by huge, colourful fungus, and through that you pass through a giant, cavernous room that the roof of which seems to go far ahead, and the echoes of your footprints give away just how hollow sounding this entire area is, and you swear you hear the flittering of wings, and then you take a hard left, and you're dragged through another area that stinks of fetid and rotting flesh before being dragged up a final set of stairs and thrown into a dingy den with the leavings of a number of kobolds. The Dragonclaws tell them all to get out and throw you into this sort of makeshift cage, if you will, which seems to occupy this back section of the room. Probably some kobold pet's cage rather than any sort of real cell. But yeah, you're here, guarded by 2 Dragonclaws. And what would you like to do?
This is going to sound a little strange. I want to do absolutely nothing for 4 hours.
You'd like to have an extended rest, is that right?
Yes, as a Warforged, it takes only 4 instead of 6.
All right. Now, there is thin mattresses of straw with sort of badly cured, partially still rotted furs, which makes do as a bed, especially for someone who doesn't really care for comfort, I'm assuming. Despite the rats and small lizards scurrying about this area, eating food scraps and chewing at those same furs and wineskins littering the floor, you're able to get some rest. You are able to
I'm going to try to
come back
passively listen the whole time, but not actually do anything, because I can be aware of my surroundings, but if I do anything more straining than that, then it stops counting as an extended rest.
All right. As you're resting, you do hear the Dragonclaws sort of not saying much to start with, but as time goes on, you hear them have a little bit of a conversation amongst each other. One of them's talking about how Frulim appears spooked by all the goings on. No doubt she'll want to move again. And then, as if on cue, you hear that they're greeted by another dragon cultist who informs them that Frulim is going to get things on the way once more. Don't panic if you hear the movers out and about. And he looks down into where you're lying. You can easily give the impression that you're asleep while he looks in. And he says, probably end up feeding this one to the ones up in the nursery. See if they can chew on his metal. And then he leaves.
Okay. So there's a lot of moving going around. They're going to try to feed me to something. Huh. And I don't know anything from what I heard outside. Because I wasn't there.
Correct.
Huh.
So, just before we carry on with you as well, the rest of you, what was the time frame you were going to wait to do something? Will that fall within the 4-hour period that Gollum is here? Or will it be well after that? Because that will depend on what we do.
What's the current time? Or like,
It's about mid to late afternoon by this point.
God damn it.
Well, we said evening, so.
yeah. I'd put that.
I mean, would we want to like scout out the camp to see like what would be like the most important targets to hit to like cause the most chaos?
Then I'd absolutely need to look around to see if there is actually any oil.
Any what?
Or
Sorry.
oil or anything of a, well, flammable nature, I guess.
Alright, I mean, you'd be able to peek through the tents. Mostly the areas of the camp are fairly simple. It isn't a permanent fixture here. There's the kobold area that you came through. There's the cultist area. In the cultist area up here is a chef's tent, as well as a general supplies for cooking, eating, keeping the torch is lit, in which you find a couple of barrels of pitch and lantern oil. And then down in the prisoner area, so the cultist area extends down to here, I should say. The prisoner area, there's very little supplies. There's sort of the food that's only one step better than the kobolds, and that's given to the prisoners. I guess the prisoners get better than kobolds, they're more important. The best food and a sort of the first hand to the chef goes up to the honor guard tent there, where Frulim is. The chef cooks in the cultist area, feeds Frulim and her lot first, and then goes on. Now, for you to get any information about what's in the cave, you would have to go up into the cave, and it is currently guarded by a couple of dragon claws that you can see at this point. And there appears to only be one entrance in and out of that cave.
Yeah.
But it doesn't take long to figure all this out either. Maybe half an hour of wandering around and that sort of thing.
All right. Well, I'll make note of the at least flammable portions of what I saw, since I guess that'll be my part of the plan here. My role.
Okay.
Okay.
So we're going to cut back to Golem, as all of your other preparations are going to be outside the cave. Golem, what are you doing?
Oh, I am a little bit torn here. You know what? While I'm torn about what I want to do, I think I know exactly what Golem is going to do. Nothing. Golem is just going to wait for a sign that whatever the plan is popping off, and until then, play good prisoner.
Okay. So it comes down to what amounts as your feeding time, in which a couple of kobolds come up with a small sack. The dragon claws have a look inside the sack and then toss it into the cell at your feet. There is one still live rat and a half loaf of moldy bread. I don't know if Golem eats. If he does, cool. If he doesn't, you've got
I
a
do
live
not.
rat.
I name him Templeton.
Templeton. Fantastic. I hope Templeton lives. Right, so outside of the cave, and actually inside of the cave, everyone hits level 4.
Yes.
All right.
Nice.
As the day draws to a close, you all reflect on your experiences.
Hey, Dan,
Yo,
can you level me up?
here, buddy.
I don't know what class I am.
You are an invoker, Mojit.
And yeah, I think I have decided pretty concretely that I'm going to take the Battle Hardened feat at level 4, which gives me +2 to initiative and +5 on saving throws against. Being scared shitless while Aurelius was nearly eaten had a profound effect on my priorities as a war.
Just cause.
Jeff, none of that came through. Hey, so your character's not built past level 3. Do you just want to follow the level 7 one that I built for myself a while ago?
Sure.
Cool. So, you get a feat.
Cool.
You get, what feats do you have in the moment?
Just surprise me.
Okay. have a surprise feat. You get superior implement training, accurate stuff.
Perfect.
and your health goes up by a few points. Already forgotten what your health goes up. You're at 38 hit points now. Which you can change. You lazy son of a bitch.
I could do that much.
So if you get yourself a accurate staff, you can use it. Should give you a +1 in your attacks and some other stuff. Okay.
4 is actually a fairly easy level.
Yeah, it's a feat and nothing else, right?
Your 2
plus
stats go up by 1 each.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. So the stats are now. Your stats are different to what I took.
And my initiative bonus has gone up from +2 to +6.
Nice.
Nice.
I increased my dexterity, the +1 from hitting level 4, and then my feet gives me another +2.
Nice.
Very nice.
Maybe the tank finally won't be last in the order every single combat.
I should take that feat at some point. Or, yeah.
It is
There's a
good feat.
few that give +2 initiative and another bonus, but improved initiative is the only one that gives a flat +.
Yeah, that's the one I want.
No powers at level 4. Cool. Tap, 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 tap.
Oh, sorry, my control was locked.
If you're using CB loader, it messes with Discord.
Ah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Alright, so I'll give you 5 more minutes. I'm going to quickly grab a drink, and that's some other stuff. I don't know, Wii or something. And we'll come back at 10 past, and hopefully everyone will be level 4.
Okie dokie.
I like this game.
It's a good game.
For sure.
This is going to be an interesting bit of time here.
Yes, it is. Hopefully, we aren't all going to die horribly.
Well, we all have to die horribly sometime, you know?
True that. I mean, I have always wanted to play Clara.
do I want psionic initiative or do I want discipline adept?
What do those two do? I don't know Scions very well.
Discipline adept makes it so I can use both betrayal and being able to like speak with someone. I can't remember what that ability is called. Twice per encounter instead of once per encounter. And then the other one increases my initiative by +3, but I can spend 1 power point to increase it to +6 for a fight.
That's
I
pretty
like.
good.
Yeah, those both sound pretty good. Personally, I like the one that lets you use your good powers more, because we saw what you did with your powers this time.
Yeah, that is true.
I think Marielle has been MVP of every session.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, there was that one time I fought Cyan Wrath, but even that was that was the end of the session where I was MVP, and the entire rest of the session was Marielle destroying entire hordes of minions.
Aw,
Pretty
thank
much,
you.
yeah.
Aurelius has also saved all of our asses several times, though.
Please, please. Go on.
Never, just never don't appreciate the healer.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I only have that because I'm the only. Well, no, Marielle can heal because Marielle's MVP always.
Oh, it's
But
only
yeah.
a once per day thing.
Yeah.
It's in it for emergency.
I feel like Marielle heals you, you heal the rest of us.
Yeah, that Song of Rest is going to be pretty good at conserving healing surges.
Now, once we have pressed the ready and back button, we'll get cracking with today's episode of Prison Break. Who's gonna tattoo the prison's map on their body?
I tattooed the camp's map on my skull already. Unfortunately, it is underneath a giant pile of.
It'll be like
I can hide the prison map inside my bodies. Does that count?
Who
Yes.
ate the map?
Golem is the prison map.
Like, you just unfold my chest and it's pinned to the inside.
Oh, dude.
Opens up like a secret cabinet in a spy movie.
I'm just thinking of, was it Vikings that had the splaying eagle thing? That's all I can think
Oof.
of. That was a grim image that you conjured for me there.
Not on purpose.
Alrighty, so as the afternoon wears on and the evening begins to take hold, the sun begins to go down in the southwest, probably. I don't know. Who knows in Magic World?
Wow, my
notice-
immersion.
Oh, you make your truth, buddy. One of the carts goes out, but stops alongside Frula Mondath's tent, and at approximately 5:33 and 24 seconds, Frula Mondath gets onto the cart, accompanied by her entourage of dragon claws, and that cart and all of the people on it leave the camp.
Good.
Now, the evening takes hold. Those of you outside, what are you doing right now? This is your moment. Your time to shine.
Wait, that kind of changes our plans. You said the dragon lady actually left camp.
actually left camp.
Oh, then we may have to make up some other bullshit excuse to get the guards to go.
Well, since she's not
I mean, we
around,
could just tell them, hey, change of plans. Furlum wants you with the convoy. We're taking over. We're going to be go-"
and also there's no longer a Fulham Mondath to make them stop.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I'd say that does increase the odds of our plan success. Although it would be great to be able to kill her, but we can table that for another. How many people are in the camp right now that we can see?
It's hard to tell, but easily in the 100 to 150 active milling around the tents. That includes the kobolds, which make up definitely the lion's share of warm bodies here.
So there's still a sizable force. It's just like the power players have left.
Yes. Now, you do note as well that each of the carts that left the camp was accompanied by a retinue of dragon claws, so certainly the most elite of the camp have left alongside what you presume to be the treasure.
I will consult with the rest of the group. Do you guys have any objections, any concerns, any ideas before we carry out this?
Nope.
All right, Flint. I trust you. You know explosives well, I presume. Marielle, you have never failed us in the slightest. I don't even think that my guidance is necessary in the least. Morjit, let's get you some goldware.
So you head towards the cave?
Yeah.
Okay. So you all approach the cave. As you pass Frulim's tent, you see that it is completely empty. It is not even filled with furnishings. From before, when you sort of made your way through the camp, you saw, little ornaments and bits and pieces, certainly from the outside. There's no such thing there. It is barren dirt in the wide open door. There is no soul in there either. There's no one in there. And you make your way up, and you're met at the entrance of the cave by 2 dragon claws, flanked on either side by hissing guard drakes. And I'm going to share with you the map, because we're now going to move from that map to this map. Before that white dotted line, you can place yourselves anywhere you like. And no, we're not leaping straight into combat, not necessarily. But you are stopped by the 2 dragon claws who step forth to block your path. You see these drakes flanking them either side as well. While they're hissing at you, they are drooling a viscous green liquid that begins to hiss and sizzle the ground, burning little pock marks and everywhere it drips. They look lovely.
I step forward and I say, it seems that you two are the lucky ones. Our dear leader wants you with the convoy. I believe she told me that an idiot such as myself should see to, what was it? Should see to my own death personally, or Golem's, the robot's death. It's something like that. But you two are supposed to be going with the convoy, and are not necessarily needed here.
They look at each other, and the top one looks back at you and cocks his head. You know, Frulum did say only a Dragonclaw who wasn't really right in the head would be coming here to the cave once everything was cleared out and everyone else had left. So why is it that you didn't get the memo to leave? We've been told we were the last ones left behind. We're catching up in El Terrell. And then he sort of catches himself. We're catching up somewhere else.
El Terrell, of course.
No, I didn't say that. You didn't hear me say that. He turns to the other Dragonclaw. Did you hear me say that? And he goes, no, didn't hear that.
For my foolish behavior earlier, it seems that our dear leader wanted me to be in this cave personally when everyone had evacuated, to tend to the matters. I don't quite know what she meant by that and why she wanted me specifically in there, but I assume it must be something very important.
Well, I've got a guess. Because Frulum told us whoever comes here, we're supposed to skewer him, hang him upside the cave as a warning. I'm pretty sure she didn't forget that. So if she's told you to come here, it means she obviously wants you skewered and hung up as a warning.
Does the sound of all this happen to echo far enough through the cave that I can?
Probably a bit far by this first room. I'd say the closest you'll be able to hear would be this chamber.
Damn.
Possibly, and definitely by this chamber. But from the front, it is quite a ways, and you're passing through a very loud sound-swallowing chamber there. A large sound-swallowing chamber up there.
Okay. And that's like 30 feet of solid rock, so there's probably no way I'm hearing anything through that.
Definitely.
Okay. Well.
So as the Dragonclaw says he's going to skewer you and stick you up the wall, he takes a step forwards. Just
Oh, of course. No. You have you have misheard her, unfortunately. She didn't say to skewer me. She said to skewer me a kebab.
He looks confused for a moment. You're not sure whether this is going to definitely fool him or not, but you know 100% that if you want to get the drop on this guy, this moment of confusion is your time.
I think it's time for us to get the drop on these, and maybe shout out something.
Maybe kebab was
anyone in there.
the keyword for go.
Yes, code words are important.
This is really a good time to be unyielding.
Someone nearby. I'm just gonna fucking stab the guy. Fuck it. New plan. Kill everyone.
Roll initiative.
You guys tried so hard. I'm proud of you.
Oh boy, I didn't try hard enough.
Oh, I guess that should be a 3. I forgot to adjust that.
Did you want to spend a PowerPoint? Sorry, did you say? Did you want that to be a +6?
Oh, I didn't take that feat. I took Discipline Adept.
Ah, okay, sweet.
So I can distract or send thoughts twice.
Okay. Golem, I will have you roll initiative as well, please.
Oh, can send thoughts reach me?
Where you at?
Northeast, it looks like about 50, 60 feet.
Should, but I think I have to. I think I have to be able to see you.
Yeah, you still need line of effect.
Oh. Yeah, because that's quite a ways around.
There's items that you can get, you know, like sending stones and stuff like that.
Facilitation.
But
Is it
not send
simple
thoughts.
or
Oh boy, I'm just not looking forward to fighting those guard drakes.
They're different guard drakes. You'll be fine. Go ahead and have your surprise round right now. Remember, we did have the clarification. You do get combat advantage on surprised creatures.
All right. How? Okay. Aside from these guys, is there anyone else nearby?
No. You can see
Fantastic.
far back enough into the chamber that, in true dungeon crawling style, at least this chamber is here.
Oh, that's
come
nice.
on!
Nice.
I appreciate that.
All right, it's gonna be one of those days.
what else do I need to know?
Nice. You maxed it out anyway. Just double crit, whatever.
And he's still only wounded.
He is still only wounded. Dragon claws are tough, y'all. Mojit!
Go, my spoons.
Damn. Alright, so you throw the spoons out and they whip dudes. Golem, I'm going to skip over your turn. Surprise round. Aurelius, your turn. As you smash into that first dragon claw, the second one shouts out, "No! No, Cupsy!"
I am going to take advantage of their very, very slight confusion and play a very loud, staggering note to potentially reverberate and echo throughout the cave, but mostly to knock this first guy, Ecopsy, back to me, or back away from.
Nice.
All right, that's definitely going to hit. It's going to deal that much damage. He's going to be pushed back a square right there, and Flint is going to get a melee basic attack against him.
Nice.
Cool.
So he moves. Where, sorry? I can't figure out that blue arrow. Moves to there, right?
Yep.
Okay. I was trying to like follow the direction of the blue arrow rather than just to where the blue arrow was. Also, you can drag their tokens like you can drag yours, and it'll put arrows and stuff. Same way.
Okay, cool.
Oof, nice. Alright, so he's bloodied, and he goes, "Ah! Griffin, help! And now they've got names, and you should feel bad about killing them, you bad people.
I definitely don't.
They were just trying to feed their families.
We could feed them in the afterlife.
Alrighty. Marielle's turn.
Okay. They're in this bad spot where, you know, we just attack them. So I'm going to go into their minds and sap their morale with a dishearten augment too.
Oof.
And for some reason, I closed my window.
Whoopsie daisies.
Nice.
Nice.
Hit on a 5. Damn.
Ooh.
The Drake, you see him swallow as if nervous before realizing he's just swallowed this viscous, horrible acid and now it's hurting, and that's not how saliva works, but hey.
I can tell you how it works.
And damn the damage roll.
Yeah. Fucking chunky.
Right. Fuck.
Yeah.
Okay. The Drakes are the quickest to react to this onslaught. But unlike the other Drakes that you fought, these ones don't leap forwards to attack. Instead, they rear back on their haunches and in a big jerking movement, they retch forwards and spit this fell acid towards you all. The first one is going to spit at Aurelius. Womp womp.
Wait, what? Oh man, I actually dodged an attack. That's a first.
Hey.
You got pretty good reflex. Next one's going to Flint. Womp womp.
Okie doke.
Next one's going to
Neat.
Morjit. Splat. And the last one's going to Miriel. Double splat.
Ow.
Oh, Flint, the attack on you missed, so if you wanted to shift a square, you may.
I definitely do. I'll
Oh
move my-
God.
So Miriel is bloodied, and if you are bloodied, you are also slowed until the end of your next turn.
Oof. Oof.
I just noticed as well. What is your reflex there, Aurelius? And
My
Flint?
reflex is 18.
Okay, you're fine.
My reflex is 16 apparently.
Okay, sweet. I was using the attack -4 one for all 4 attacks. So, my bad. But it still hit the 2 that it hit, and it still missed the 2 that it missed. And so that's the Drake's turns. Next up is
Wait.
Flint.
Oh, never mind. Sorry.
Okie dokie. So let's see. By the way, I want to move one up there. Or, well, I had shifted one from Aurelius. Oh my god, these guys are tough. Okay.
Whew. Griffith calls out, "Ecopsy, no!" He looks quite upset about it. Maybe they were best friends, and maybe he just killed one of them. You're the worst. Griffith cries out, "You bastards! You bastards! You killed him!"
Didn't want to, but you guys kind of forced our hand.
We were only doing our job. That's a valid
Job
excuse,
sucks.
I'm sure. And will be for millennia. On his turn, in this fit of rage, he is going to do a shift to here. And then he's going to do a close burst 1, which for some reason appears to be you two. There we go.
Uh-oh.
So he just starts flailing around, literally with his flail, against the two of you.
That's a
That is a miss.
that's an unfortunate.
Swing and a miss.
So he does, however, deal half damage to you both, but you don't fall prone. And that is his turn. And he's just swinging his flail, and you see tears in his eyes, and it cups him. Everyone hated him. Ah, but I didn't. And it's Morjit's turn. Morjit, the silent cutlerer. Alrighty.
Did I happen to hear that staggering note, by the way?
I don't think so.
Because if not, then I still don't actually know anything's going on. I've been waiting very patiently for several hours. I have no in-character reason to think that this particular span of 6
Yeah.
seconds is
You
the
know
magic.
what? I feel like surely now would be the time. Aurelius, you're up.
As a minor action, I'm going to give Marielle a majestic word and say, all right, we have this. We can definitely win this. Yes, I am saying this with all of my genuine instincts. We have got this in the bag. Marielle, if you want to teleport a square, you may.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And with that,
I'll
I'm
teleport
going
back.
to also teleport 1 square backwards. Then after that, I am going to play another staggering note on Griffith to really try to mess with his head and be like, oh, he's flailing around, he's crying, and I'm gonna play his cries right back to him. It's just gonna be a big cup scene. That's just going to ring through the caves. All right, that's going to hit. Staggering note. He's going to get pushed back a square. Unfortunately, I cannot actually do that. I'm going to say he's going to go there. And Flint is going to get a melee basic attack.
All right.
After that, I am going to action point. And I am going to fire a prophesied strike at Griffith. All right. He's going to do 13 points of damage, bloody him, and the next attack on him is going to be roll twice, take the higher result. And I still have a move action, but I don't really want to use it, so that'll be my.
Okay, so I'm gonna start off by putting the Hissing Guard Drake 6 off balance with my psychic power. Going for distract. And then I am going to turn him against his friend with an augment to betrayal.
Nice.
Sweet. And he'll get 1 second. And oh, where did my thing go? Oh shit, I think I closed the. Oh no, here it is. Yeah, I want to slide him up to right behind Griffith, and I'm going to have him bite Griffith. Unless that spit thing is a basic attack.
It's not a basic. Oh, actually, hang on. No, it's not. The bite is the basic, yeah.
Oh, it's a melee basic attack anyway. So yeah, I'll have him go up and bite Griffith.
Alrighty. And he will. 26. Ooh. And Griffith just cries out, "Ah, you bloody mutt!" Kicks out at it.
Oh, and he'll the Drake will still grant daze.
Wait,
But
grant
the
daze?
power doesn't. Yeah, because it's augment too.
Oh, right. So, okay. Do you have that effect on your thing, or do you need me to check that?
They put it the same one. They made the damage, the attack roll bonus, and daze on the same button. So, effectively, no, I don't have that. And I'm going to move back slightly, and then that will be my turn.
Okay, so the daze is meant to go on to Griffith, or does it go on to the Drake?
The Drake.
Okay. And it's in
Hello,
next turn.
I am Golem.
And Golem,
Until
you
the-
hear the dull doom of a staggering note.
Yeah, it's several measures quieter than it usually is, but there's no way I don't recognize it by now. Time to prove I have a 21 strength and just bull rush my way down the.
Alrighty, let me just put the dragon claws that are still there.
Does the cage even slow me down?
No, not at all. 1 second. These dragon claws have names too.
They're dead and deader.
Francois and Aubergine. Hang on, I need to go and deal with the child who's running around the house. 1 second. It's supposed to be a bed. Okay. So you barge out of the cage, and it just collapses, splintering things.
Yep. And then I'm going to turn this into a bull charge against Francois.
Okay.
Nice, and I get to make a sec. So I push him back 1 square, and then get to shift into the square he left.
Alrighty.
Nice.
He shifts back, and you hear him go, "Mierda."
Yep. And then I shift into the And I get to make a secondary attack, which may prone him if it hits.
Okay.
It does not. So he's not prone, but that's okay. And I'm pretty sure I can't use an action point after a charge. I'm pretty sure I can't, so yeah, that's my turn.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. Okay, they're gonna spit. This one's gonna spit at Aurelius. This one's gonna spit at Morgit. And this one's going to spit at Flint. Ooh, 3 hits this time. Three
Oh
of you are
shit, I'm
bloody.
sorry. I also had a item power that lets me shift 1 square after a charge, and I want to shift so my back is against the wall.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Drake 6 will shift away before he does it, but 14 will not because he's dumb.
6 is dazed.
Oh, the other way around. I knew one of them was dazed. Yeah, so yes. That one will still provoke.
Come on.
Nice shot, buddy.
You're going to re-roll it.
I'll
I'll use mine.
Nah, it's alright. I'll use mine. That's fine.
Okay.
And the last one is going to shoot a shot at Aurelius.
Son of a bitch.
And he's going to hit.
I'll hero point to re-roll that.
Okay.
I'll use a
God.
to reroll that.
Okay. Come on, another crit. Ah!
Yeah. Thank you, Golem. You saved my life again.
Yeah. I figure we've just stopped counting at this point.
These things hit like fucking trucks.
I'm not going to change it this time, but I forgot that I did say the rule was you couldn't re-roll an enemy's roll more than once. But it's fine for now, because I've forgotten it's changed
Okay.
already. But yeah, you can only re-roll your owns more than once.
Okay.
So if you make a monster re-roll, that's it. For the future. Although I really want that crit. Holy shit.
Oh gosh.
Okay, so that's the Drake's turns. And that is... that grants Ye's in. So it is Flint's turn.
Okie dokie.
Gonna miss that Drake again. I mean, try to hit that Drake again.
Hush you. Is it worth it? Nah.
Oh, nice, you hit him this time.
Hey, buddy, you should shift.
He's super shit.
Don't worry.
Sorry, Aurelius, because you got...
Nice.
Oh, no, you got missed the second time, that's right. I was gonna say you got dazed, but you didn't. One of the Drakes goes down.
I'll shift here.
Can you shift when slowed?
Should be able
That's a
to,
good
yeah.
question.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, you
Fantastic.
can shift while slowed?
It doesn't say you can't, it just says your speed becomes 2. You cannot benefit from bonuses to speed other than the run action.
I've been playing this game wrong for years.
Yeah.
Oh, whoops.
Oh, I've been doing the same. For some reason, I thought you got extra speed on a charge, like an extra 2 squares.
There's something about 2 squares in the charge thing. I think it's just you have to move 2 squares or something.
Yeah.
All right. Griffith, now you shifted away, right? So you started your turn within his aura and you shifted away out of his aura, where therefore he gets to smack you 1. So on your turn, he's doing that miss. Fuck you. All right.
All right, cool.
On his turn, what's he gonna do? He looks around angrily and focuses on Morjit, and he steps forwards.
God damn it.
Yep, and he's gonna try and flail heavily on Morjit. Hitting. Do you want me to reroll, or do you want me to keep hitting?
Take it.
Okay. Morjit goes down. Oof.
Oh shit.
And he turns and he looks at Aurelius and just points his flail at you. You're next, songboy. Morjit, do you have anything?
Yes.
Ooh. Oh, it automatically rolled as well. That's fine. Aubergine gives chase to Gollum. And he's going to flail heavily at you. Also hitting.
Oh, yikes. Oh. Oh boy, 18 damage. You would have dropped me a while back. Now it doesn't even bloody.
Francois misses. And Aurelius, it is your turn.
Oof. Well, I'm gonna use my majestic ward on more. How you doing, buddy? And then if you want to teleport a square, like say 1 square backwards, you may.
Yeah, that might be a good idea.
Whew. So, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? Oof. So did we have an extended rest in between the last encounter and this encounter? Because that makes a difference between me having 2 action points in 1.
I think so, because don't you need 1 to level up?
Say that again.
I thought you needed an extended rest to level up.
Yeah, I was wondering if we had an
Nah.
extended rest.
Nah. We just hand waved that.
Oh.
Okay, sure.
I guess that
In
sort
that
of applies to
case-
the experience thing, so you don't die like you don't level up mid fight.
Yeah. Yeah, so in that case, I'm going to, as my first attack, do a staggering note on Griffith. And push him back into melee range of Flint. And that will give Flint a melee basic attack again.
Oh, okie dokie. Oh, that was so very close to a 1.
Yeah, it was.
And yet so numerically close to a 20. Griffith falls to the ground bleeding, and you see a Copsy gain consciousness just for a second, and he shouts, "Griffith, no!" And they both die together.
Wow. I mean, what a friendship, though.
Ride together, die together, bad boys for life.
At least we could keep them together to the end.
That's right.
Then my second action, what do I want to do? Do I want a second win or do I want to go for the kill on 13? You know what? I have faith in Marielle. I'm going to second. And then my minor action was to get more Jeet back up. So yeah, that's going to be my full turn.
Okay. I am going to start off by throwing the guard drake in the back off balance as I focus my attacks for it
Okay.
with a distract. Then I am going to go ahead and turn him against his friends.
Do it.
And I'm going to draw on some of my life force with my Orb of Life conversion to power this attack.
Oh.
I am going to spend a hero point.
Okay.
And reroll that.
Oh,
Son of a...
Wow.
this start to dip into the healing surges now.
I'm
Yeah,
going
I
to spend the
think that's
healing
a
surge.
this time it's a 3.
Oh,
No, 1 and 2 together is 12, actually.
Yeah, right.
Apparently.
Let's see. Golem Sona goes after me. So I'm actually going to slide the Drake right adjacent to Flint and have it bite Drake 14. Oh, sorry. I
Oh, the
targeted
back one?
9.
Yep.
Yeah. And let's see. Here, let me do the thing to add the +4. Sorry.
I'm very close to dying.
I split up the effect,
I got you.
by the way, so you now have a day.
Oh, you did? Okay, cool. And have him attack the Drake next to him.
Okay. And he does.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh, and who is calling out for healing?
I could use some very badly. Thank you.
Yeah, Flint is
Bad news bears.
Yep. I will go ahead and help raise your spirits and, increase your self-esteem with Ardent Surge.
Okay.
Nice.
Thank you very much.
Good heal.
I feel a lot better about myself now.
You're welcome. And that's my turn.
all right. I have a plan, and that plan is I theoretically can take on 2 dragon claws by myself, but I'm needed elsewhere. So I'm going to try to hit Francois with a steel serpent strike. Nice. Literal max damage. I could just
Very nice.
murder them both, but I'm needed. So he's slowed and cannot shift until the end of my next turn. And then I'm going to take a run action. Just bounding straight down the stairs.
Okay. So. Do
Yeah, they'll both
opportunity? Yeah. Cool.
They both. Stupid question. Can I make an athletics check jumping down the stairs to move farther?
I mean, you're not gonna get.
And if you fail, you
slowed
break your
by
neck?
him.
Sorry, what were you saying?
Yeah, if you fail, you break it. No, no. I mean, you're just not gonna get slowed by them anyway.
Okay.
Jeez, 2 misses.
All right.
Oh, so
Well,
you took the run action,
to be
didn't
fair,
you?
Yep. So that second one might actually hit me.
Yeah, I was gonna say you have combat advantage. Yes, I will.
Yep, okay. So he thwacks me. Yep, okay. I'm bloodied. That's okay. For a minor action, I'm using Warforged.
Okie doke. You just hear Francois saying as you leave, in a language you don't understand, what a piece of shit, pain in the ass, immediate.
And then I'm going to do something a little non-standard and use my action point for another run.
Go for it.
Just clanging my way down the halls. Hopefully getting there in time to rescue the rest of them.
Please roll me a d10.
Oh
Uh-oh.
boy. In the tower or just out?
Out.
Oh, I don't know if innate's good or bad.
It's not great.
8 dragon claws show up.
No, so unfortunately, as you run between these two zones, your foot goes through a piece of parchment sheet covering a shallow pit, which is lined, as you quickly find out, with poisoned spikes.
Oh no.
Your fort is what now? Not very low.
23.
Okay. So this needs to hit 23, and it does not. So you take only half of this damage. So you take 7 points of damage, and you take no ongoing damage.
Oh boy.
Some of which is absorbed, and you're able to not be caught by the trap. You sort of stumble through it, catch your leg, and go past this
Okay,
spike trapped area. Unfortunately, as you bust into this next area, those flittering wings, you quickly see exactly what it was. As you bust into here with a big clang and the shuffling of feet, you see a number of large creatures.
Oh.
Now disturbed.
Oh. Oh. Well, joke's on them. I don't have any blood to suck.
Oh.
Oh no.
And you disturb a
Oh.
cave full of sturges.
Oh boy. We're all about to die.
Rest in peace.
Maybe they're minions. Maybe I'll get lucky and they're minions.
Uh,
Is that Golem's turn?
Yeah, that was my action point.
Okie dokie. The hissing drakes, seeing everything going poorly right now, this one will spit once at Aurelius, missing and then scarpering into a crack in the wall about 10 foot high and shivering off into somewhere else. This drake is going to try to shift away and then move and go into a similar crack to the north side. This one here, however, stays and tries to bite Flint's face off.
Oh no,
Man.
Flint's face.
my face is in danger.
Oof, hit hard too.
Your face is bloodied.
How many hit points do you have left, Flint?
Oh. 6.
Not so bad.
Yeah, I'm fine. It's fine.
You hear this shriek, this shrill squealing of these creatures that all of you would recognize as sturges. They're pretty common in most cave systems around the Sword Coast. And you can hear the beating of hundreds of wings from down the cave. Doesn't sound fun. Flint, it is your turn.
There we go.
Yee.
I'm just screaming as I run chased, like screaming like Brendan Fraser in The Mummy as I'm getting chased by hundreds of.
Oh, the crits.
Nice.
My goodness. Yep, that one's dead. You can hear the shouting as well echoing down the cave.
Oh, I
Are
suppose I
we-
better move then.
Like, leave the cave?
Yeah.
Bye.
No, my last foot gold is probably too much.
The main Sturges stay away, or the singular Sturges stay away. However, the swarm converges on your position.
Oh boy.
Oof, misses. Oh, wait, you are still running.
Running, so yes, it does hit.
Oof.
Oh boy.
And as
Oh.
multitudes of little ones smash into you and begin to leech on whatever counts as blood in your body.
Oh god, ongoing 5 is gonna kill me.
Not only that, but also being within his aura deals 6. Aubergine and Francois disappear into the night. You don't know where they're gone. But they don't give chase. And they don't come the way you came. Really?
Yeah, I wouldn't follow a giant golem into a.
A death pit.
I tried really, really hard to come save you guys.
You did.
Well, it
I'm
looks
so
like
sorry.
yeah. It looks like we've taken care of these guys. Very, very sorry about that. I don't know. I think I'm off my A game this week. Shall we proceed forward, or should we take a little bit of a break to rest here?
You hear the shouting coming from down the caves.
Never mind. Let's go.
Yep.
Then,
Did you want to double move?
yeah, definitely double move. And I'm out of action points, so that'll be my turn.
Okay, Muriel.
I am going to. I'm gonna run.
Okay.
Double run, in fact.
So you get a whole 16, I think.
Yep, that's the first date right there.
You can drag it all the way to 16. I'll do it in one go.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Let's go there.
Alrighty.
And that's it for me.
Golem status dying. If I had 2 more hit points, I'd still be on my feet, and then I had a whole bunch of plans for how to get my health back up. Oh, Christ. I don't think there's anything I can do aside from take a death saving throw and take the better of that and attack.
Alrighty. So your save was a success for your death, but your save was not a success for the ongoing.
Oh shit.
I
Wait,
would.
no, I have a +2 on saves versus ongoing damage
Oh,
as a
fantastic.
Warforged.
Then it does succeed. Thankfully.
So please put me back up at, what is it, 49? I don't want to be at
No, because
55.
the save is after the damage is dealt.
Oh, okay, right.
So the 6
Oh,
extra
well.
damage was the aura for starting your turn within one of them.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Christ.
But
Well,
they,
okay, never mind. I was not close to surviving.
yeah. You want to double move, Flint?
Nope. I would
Okey-doke.
love to help in a timely manner, but I would be no use if I just get fucking wasted in the first second I get.
Alrighty. Mojit, your turn.
Yeah.
You just roboted
What was
really hard right there. Did you want to double move, Morjeet?
I use one of my actions to second wind.
Ah, okay, cool. Alrighty. So the Sturges, getting nothing of deliciousness out of Gollum's body, return all around the cave.
And then y'all are gonna charge in and get eaten too, and we're all gonna die. But at least we'll die together.
I just realized I forgot to update my hit points for level 4. My
check
max
them out.
HP should be at 39 instead of 33.
Chuck them on. And give yourself those extra. Wait, no. You know, it's fine. Still 39.
Yeah.
Because
It just means I can take 6 more points of damage. Alright. Whew. Yeah, so it's me. I'm gonna go.
Now, as you get to the edge of this area where the sounds of screaming were coming from but are now fallen eerily silent, you see that the sort of the entrance area that you're standing in of the cave ends here with a 10-foot drop. To the right, you can see broad steps roughly hewn into a natural stone ramp, and the cavern below is carpeted with a profusion of fungi hanging from a few inches high, ranging from a few inches high, to nearly as tall as a human adult. You see 2 paths lead through the fungi, one on the right and one on the left. Pretty fungi.
Ooh. Very pretty. Certainly no creatures in the back there.
Nah.
Shit. Did we get any indications, aside from the sounds of like screeching and stuff in the back, that like Golem was in danger?
Yeah, there you go. You would have heard, "I'm coming to rescue," and then, rescue me!" And then silence.
Okay, yeah, so he's definitely in trouble. In that case, I wouldn't have any time to think about what fungi path to take and just roll a dice. Let's say
Alright.
even, left, odd, right. Alright, I'm going left.
Okay. So, as you go down the... are you going to go down the 10-foot drop or the stairs?
10-foot drop.
Damn. Alright. So you go down the 10-foot drop, slide down the loose rock and gravel, and make your way up the left path. Just going to do normal movement or run?
Normal movement.
Okay. So you get there without issue. As you're down in this area, though, taking the left path, which appears to be safe, you do see that 4 of the fungi on the right-hand side are a particularly nasty breed of purple razor spores. You are glad you chose this side, as none of the fungi is nearly quite so harmful.
Oh, son of a bitch. I'm going to shout a warning call to everyone else. Yeah, be careful of the mushrooms.
Okay.
Now, the only thing you note is towards the neck of this chamber, you're going to have to get pretty close to one of those fungi.
Okay. Well, I believe like that was just like, are we still in combat? Because I just moved twice.
Kinda, not really, yes, no. There's nothing to take initiative turns with you all. And Gollum is just dying up top. But it's the order is fine, just as long as after everyone's done a thing, Gollum makes a save.
Okay. So short rest? No, I'm kidding.
How many saves in a short rest?
I mean, I automatically
50.
make any. I'm a Warforged. I automatically
of course.
succeed my death saving throws.
I'm going
just
to wait
take a
for
nap.
my allies to catch up because I don't want to add 2 deaths or added another death to another potential.
All right.
I'm gonna let's see. I'm gonna start or continue running, and then once I see those fungi, I'm gonna kind of like come to a halt, and I'm going to total. Can I tell they're living creatures, like sentient, or no?
They're not really sentient. They're more just dangerous. Like they're known to burst and release their spores, which cut into flesh as easy as anything else. It's a well-known
Okay.
putrid purple fungus that is an exploder to spread its spores.
Okay, then I do want to take a second move, but be a little bit more careful and move at my normal speed to about right there, trying to keep as close to the wall as possible.
Okay. As you get to there, the spore, this one, shudders and explodes, spreading the razor shards in a large area. And it is going to explode onto you and Aurelius. And also potentially the other spores in a chain reaction.
Well, that's
Rest
not
in
good.
peace, the first party I've ever played in that had good teamwork. At least we all died at the same time.
Oh, what's going on here? Why did that happen? Oh, I did it.
Oh, we'll be fine.
Well, thankfully, no one was the target of that attack. So Miriel is missed. Aurelius is hit. One of the razor spores is hit. So Aurelius goes down.
Yep.
The other razor spores do not, however, which is good because chain reactions are bad.
Oof.
Now, as it exploded, however, it is a one and done kind of thing. It'll take days, if not weeks, for it to replenish its spores. However, you do hear and see that Aurelius goes down, and you just nudge into this chamber, and you can see a little bit of Gollum lying on the ground, and you can see the movement around the cave, indicating that there is some bat-like creatures, probably sturges, you'd know, all around. Unless you
Okay.
disturb them.
And that should be it for me.
Okay.
Death saving throw.
Alright, just hit next and it'll roll.
Not a 20. Damn.
Flint, you're up. You hear the pop and tings of razors being shredded around the area ahead as you move up. And you see Aurelius, when you get around the corner, has been downed by a violent fungal death.
Ah, it's my favorite band. Let's see. What's that? That's a see plus 2 squares, so that's 8, 6. All right. How big is that drop again?
Just 10 foot.
Ah, that's fine. I'll go to there, and then what was that? That was 11, right?
Yeah.
I'll go around there, pick up Aurelius, and let's see, what was that? 3, 4, so right here.
Alright.
I can't imagine he weighs that much. I mean, he's just like he's not that big.
It's just a dainty legend.
Exactly. I'll just, hoist him over my shoulder.
Alrighty, roll me an endurance.
How about athletics?
Sure.
Bargaining.
Yep. Doesn't slow you down too much.
Okie dokie.
All right. The 3 spores twitch and do nothing. Mojit.
Can you clear my movement?
Yeah. There you go.
I'm not going to run because I don't want to get in the...
Okay. Now you're all lined up.
Oh.
Aurelius. You don't need to roll. It will roll for you if you click next.
Oh, I don't need to roll?
Yeah, it does the automatic roll.
Alright.
Oh.
That's a
Right.
failure.
Don't worry, buddy. I'll probably fail at getting you up, but I'll try.
Okay. So you two have got Aurelius.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to try to slowly sneak up to a place where I can get a catch sight of Golem.
All right. Roll me a stealth.
Okay.
And you make your way up to that first pillar, and you can see Golem is in a bad way, as bad as you've ever seen him, but there's nothing currently in the midst of tearing chunks out of him.
I'm going to go ahead and telepathically communicate with. What's going on? Are you okay? Can you hear me? Via, telepathy. Oh, and he can. Part of that is with send thoughts is that he can actually respond back telepathically.
While he's unconscious?
And probably not. But if he doesn't respond back, then I kind of can tell
That's
he's
an answer
unconscious.
to-
Yeah, exactly. So, Golem, you have good dreams about Marielle for some reason, for a couple of seconds. But there is no response back from Golem.
I have dreams about saving lives.
Okay. Shit. And okay, I'm going to use another. Do I still have sight on Flint?
Yep. Yeah, I'll say you can see around that corner.
I'm going to use my second use for the encounter of Send Thoughts. And I'm going to communicate to Flint and say, Golem's up ahead, but the room is full of sturges. Be careful when getting here. And then Flint can respond up to 25 words. If you want, telepathically.
Yeah. Gotcha. Thanks for the heads up. Also, thumbs up.
Do you think thumbs up, or do you actually
I
do
do.
the thumbs up? Oh, fantastic.
Both.
I am going to stay put and total defense.
Okay.
I try for another net 20.
You're halfway
Hey.
there.
Before I do anything,
Yeah.
come on. Oh, why did that not go through? That makes me.
That's fine.
Does it? All right, good.
Yeah, it's 10
Step.
plus half level, so DC of 12.
Oof.
That's 15 for oh, no, maybe it's 15. Hang on, let me check.
Don't play with my emotions.
I know one of them's 10 plus that, and one of them's 15 plus that. Standard action, first aid, DC 10 for granting second wind. And stabilize the dying is DC 15. So, do you have your second wind available, Aurelius?
Already used it in battle.
Well, so he looks in bad shape.
That makes me very sad because my first roll was a 3.
Yep.
And it just didn't go.
Could use a healing surge. Or a,
I could do that.
that's your last surge, isn't it?
Oh, actually, nope. It's I have no more surges left because I second.
Oh no.
Forgot to adjust.
Oh shit.
Rip.
Not looking good. Okie dokie.
I'm just gonna move up with a release and kind of. I saw where the last razor spore
You
exploded.
can see the exploded razor spore. Yeah, absolutely.
All right, well, I'll just set him down here and kind of hold my position until I can try again, I guess.
Okay. We're gonna come out of combat turns now. Oh no, Aurelius is still fucked. No, as soon as we get Aurelius stable, we will. Morji, your turn.
Earlier. Move aside, you can trust me. My father was a doctor.
It's a man of many talents, your father.
Oh, yay!
It does it.
That'll do it. So Aurelius is stable. So we can come out of combat turns now. Until you pick a fight with the Sturges. What's the plan, team? You're all fucked.
I actually have I have an idea, and I think it might work.
What's your idea?
I am going to use. I'm going to concentrate on psionically, hands to temples and all that, and I'm going to telekinetically lift up Golem with living missile.
All right. I approve of this use.
I know I'm using a daily it out of combat, but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and living missile on
Please let this work. The mental image is too funny to not.
1 sec. There.
So with this, however, because the movement is tied to an attack,
Yeah.
you are still going to need to roll damage and deal half of it to...
Oh, it doesn't
Golem.
actually deal any damage.
Does it not?
That's only if you attack Golem with someone, right?
No, yeah, only if I slam them into someone.
So I'm saying before the secondary attack, you can slide the primary target 10 squares, which is the movement part of it.
Yeah.
But then the secondary attack, the primary target takes half damage.
Oh, that's well, that's an optional attack. But
that's what
if
I mean.
you just
They
look at
slide as part of the optional attack.
Right. Oops. Okay. Yeah. Fuck it.
What do you die at? Negative bloodied?
Yep. So you'll be
Okay, well,
72?
don't deal more than. Yeah, please don't deal more than 17 damage to me, and I should be okay.
Yeah.
I think she would have to crit. And oh no, you literally can't because it's half damage to you anyway.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's a hilarious plan.
Maximum is
Send me
17.
crashing down the wall.
Yeah. Just rocket on down.
But
Like I'm just imagining you like try to gently grab me, but you're so used to using all your force that you kind of accidentally rocket me past.
into the pillar as I start pulling you back to the safety of our lines.
There's this there's a sound like a kitchen drawer falling down a flight of
Accidentally bumps your head into the pillar. Oops. And then keeps going.
Alrighty, so go ahead and just roll the damage for that attack. And we'll half it and apply it to go.
Got it. And where is it at? There.
Oh, you dealt it to yourself. Hang on.
Whoops.
Oh god.
Group hug.
The living missile.
I've put your damage back to normal. So
You were just so excited to get me back that you hugged me way too hard.
And Golem, you get back 7 of those hit points. You take 6 damage.
Okay. And it's slid 10 squares back towards the group, right?
Yep.
You can get as far as there if you like.
Yes, please.
And then I am going to quietly teleport.
Just Nightcrawler styles, except with Nightcrawler teleporting people, he just like threw them across the place and then teleported.
Yeah.
So Magneto them.
Yeah, basically. Just ragdoll Warforged. Good stuff. Alright, and you're out of the area. The Sturges look confused for a brief moment watching the strange, not delicious thing slide out of the area, but it wasn't that delicious, so they're not that bothered about it. And you quickly whoop out of there before they get any attention on you. And you all have a chance for a rest.
Oh, thank God.
Oh wait, I can't spend any surges.
You might want to try Comrade Succor, perhaps.
Oh, I have 10 surges to pass around, so
Yeah,
I'd like
I guess I'll do Comrade Succor instead of just
I won't be
using my
saying-
surges on my.
Okay,
very,
I have-
very, very soft.
yeah. I assume I have to use one to get myself up before we can do the Succor
Yes.
thing, but the rest will be at the bonus of plus what?
You should still get the bonus from Aurelius as well. Oh,
Yes.
no. Because
No.
not for your first one, because you and Aurelius will both be getting up at the
Yes.
same time, and then Song of Rest.
Okay, cool. I think you'll need to Song of Rest me twice?
Okay, I can do that.
Yeah, Song of Resting me twice will put me at full health, which seems like a useful thing to be at.
Yeah, for sure.
And I still have 8 healing surges left, so who needs surges?
Please.
So
I could
Morgit
use
has
one,
picked
just for
one for
comfort.
you to shuffle them all around. Aurelius has 1, Flint has 0, Muriel has 2, and Morgit has 3.
Okay. I have 8. If I spend 1, that's 7, and then... Yeah, okay. I will have 3 left, and that'll be 4 to spread among. However y'all need them. I don't want to. I want to keep at least a few, but here, have a shit ton of surge.
I can get away with only using one, so I'll have 2 left.
I could probably get away with only having one surge right now, but if no one else wants one, I'll take a healing surge.
So Moji, you'll get your 6 from Song of Rest to.
Yeah, I just done that manually.
Sweet.
Yeah, I would really only need one, honest.
If there's an extra one, I'd like to take one because I use surges to power my.
Yeah. I think that's
my
one
psionic.
each to everyone. Then, like everyone gets one. I think that's how they ended up split up.
So are
Okay.
you spending the extra one as L Golem? Or are you.
Yeah. I know. I spent the one to pay for the cost of the ritual
Okay,
as well.
cool.
Everyone's just so happy to see Golem.
Golem, yay!
Give us your life force.
Everyone's just looking at each other like, "How did you drop? You had full surges." Like, we opened up your chest and there is still a full complement of spare parts in there.
Now.
And I'm just like, bats. Bats happen.
So don't forget the 6 extra hit points there, Flint.
Okay, cool.
From a Song of Rest.
I know it's your duty to protect me, but sometimes I get to be the one to protect you.
Yeah, this rescue, the monk plan didn't go quite as well as I was hoping. I was hoping I would end up in the same place as him, and then we'd break out together, and then we'd all meet back up with you and sneak out during the night. Instead, they threw me in a cave with a box of bats.
Well, the important part is that we're all here together. Group hug.
Group hug after we're not floating, standing like 5 feet away from exploding fun.
I mean, that's the best time for a group hug, but understood.
And I helped.
Go team.
So,
Go team.
you're standing here in the midst of this cave system that's being utilized by the dragon cult. It's been mostly emptied from what you can tell from the activity going outside. However, there remains a lot of it to explore. Or do you wish to merely run away and grab Leosin and escape this hellhole? What's the plan?
Oh, before if we decide to explore this hellhole, I think we could really use a real rest.
Mm-hmm. And the help of a powerful monk.
Yeah, I mean, they kind of already left. So
They what?
the what's her name? Frulomondath, the rest of them, I mean, we're not really under any sort of time restraint other than making sure Leosin doesn't get tortured to death. So yeah.
Oh dear. I made things worse.
We can
We
go.
could just go the other path.
Well, I was saying if we go and rescue the monk, then we could then rest and then come back and check this cave, see what these bandits have going on back here.
There were at least 2 live ones that did not pursue me when I broke out of the... Well, calling it a cage is a bit strong of a word.
Is that because you fled to this cave of death? Yes.
Yes, but they went somewhere else, which most likely means there's at least one other exit. I don't imagine their only way out would be through the Death Cave.
That's true. Maybe they have some sort of super secret cave exit back.
How do we deal with those sturges?
I mean, we could just go out the regular exit / entrance.
There are those mushrooms we do have to walk around.
Well, how big was that? How many squares was that explosion? Or, well, burst?
About 20 feet.
Hmm. Well, never mind then.
But it went off only when you were within 10 feet. Or
Yeah,
when
so
Marielle was, I should say.
as long as we skirt the wall, we should be fine, right?
If we go there, that thing is going to explode.
It is okay. I have a plan. I can throw a spoon at it.
That might detonate all of them. Do not do that.
But if you detonate them from a distance.
That is true. I could get up there with very little difficulty if the four of you are able to get far enough away from the from all of the spores.
I mean, also, well, like with all of us here, we could all just assist each other. It was only what, a 10-foot? Like goal
Yeah,
is what?
does one of you have a rope?
I can give piggyback rides. I am very strong.
How tall are you?
Would you be able to pull people up, my friend?
Yes, either pull up or give boosts. I can easily make the gap by myself. But if I stand at the bottom, give someone a boost up, and someone else at the top helps pull.
Flint, are you strong?
Yeah, very.
Follow me. Go over here.
Sure, I'll follow along.
And please be sure to hold my hand.
Okay.
All right. Am I able to phase step up there?
Yeah, sure. Up there.
I'm going to do that, and with my theme feature, I'm going to bring Flint with me.
Perfect.
Golem, if you would be so kind as to assist people up.
Of course.
I'm going
Very
to keep a
carefully
lookout.
following along the wall. Like, almost actually sidling along it.
Pink Panther style.
Doo-doo, 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 doo-doo.
And then you can make the co-op game human ladder thing where one of you climbs up and grabs the others.
And then I can make the climb on my own pretty easily.
Roll me an athletics check.
Watch this be the time I roll a 1. What was the DC?
12.
Oh, Jesus.
Thankfully, 4th edition isn't an auto fail. How good is that?
Oh my god. So I stumbled up the cliff.
Yeah, you kicked down some rocks that set off one of the razor spores.
You had me worried there for a second, Golem.
I think my leg is misaligned. I will need to fix that.
Okay, so that one then pops.
Are you just going off on the chain reaction just for thoroughness?
Yes. So 9 pops, 14 pops, and 15 is still up.
Oh, you're the best DM.
And it looks twitchy. I wouldn't get too close to that one.
Now you can throw a spoon at it.
I throw a spoon.
As an attack, or just like a general, just like an underhanded whoop, spoon?
As an attack.
Okay.
Ranged basic.
I miss.
It clangs to the side of it. However, the movement, that edgy razor spore that was almost ready to pop, does pop and bursts. Like a big razor-filled pebble. And the room falls quiet. Most of the fungi down there shredded by the explosions of razors. Who knows? Maybe they'll grow a whole bunch more in the next coming weeks. Cool.
We're gonna come back here with the monk, and it's gonna be wall-to-wall spores.
Yeah, there'll be no getting through the tunnel at all.
Like, we'll set one off, and there'll be an explosion so big it will actually collapse the cave.
Alrighty. So you've cleared the fungus garden. What are you doing now?
Well, it seems that we managed to find our friend Golem. Do you want to go through with the rest of the plan, or should we just try to get out?
We had a plan?
I don't
I
recall.
have this cave, and I have wasted us enough time. We should continue on our mission. Lives more important than mine on the line.
Agreed.
Feel the burn. Alright, so what's the consensus? Is there a consensus?
Well, I thought we were
Huh.
going to go and rescue the monk.
Yeah, I think that's the consensus. Maybe rest first, but
Okay. So you can make your way freely out of the cave system into the raiders' camp. No one seems to have noticed that the guards just inside the cave have been dispatched with, probably because they are just inside the cave. And you make your way out, and you can see the numbers in the camp are dwindling. It seems a few more people have left in the time that you've been in here. A few minutes, or at least getting ready to leave, and you can see a number of carts and whatnot.
should we tie me up again?
It's up to you. No one seems to be paying too much attention.
Maybe I just put on a robe then and a mask, and no one will look too closely at me and
Yeah,
notice I'm.
robe and mask is a good idea.
Yeah, probably take one of the masks from the dead dragon claw.
Why do I have myself as listed having a -16 to dungeoneering?
Because you're really bad at dungeoneering.
Holy shit! I don't know how that happened, but that's amazing.
Well, it'd be because you're so bad at dungeoneering. Don't know how anything happens. Alright. So as you head down to the prisoner area, you can see that Leosin is nowhere to be seen. The posts that he was on, empty. There's a number of other prisoners still around. The Dragonclaw is turning over to them. You can have a peek in the tents, but you don't see any sign of him.
We did loosen his bindings earlier, so unless he's really, really dumb, I imagine he found a way to escape.
That's the hope.
Oh
Should
boy.
we? If we wait somewhere, but make it obvious. See, we need to rest anyways. None of you are looking in the best shape of your lives. If we wait somewhere where he can come to us without being discovered, then whether he does or does not will give us a lot of information. I'm sorry, did that make sense? I think my skull might be on crooked too.
No, that makes sense. Where if we stand somewhere isolated enough to let him come to us, and we wouldn't have to worry. My only concern is with people leaving and the guards at the cave dead. I am concerned if someone wanders over in that general direction and notices that something is amiss.
Should we camp near the cave then? Head off anyone we see heading towards it?
Sure, I'm okay with that if everyone else is.
I think
I
that's a good
think I
idea.
remember seeing a hut right outside of the cave mouth, if memory serves. It may not. As I said, skull side.
Yeah, Frulam's her tent was near the cave entrance. But she's not here anymore, so
I wave.
Mm-hmm. Subtly, Golem nods towards the cliffs and lowers his mask so that the metal face beneath is very obvious.
And you see the others of you, as Golem and Morjit gesture and wave to the cliff top. You see a figure standing atop the cliffs, looking down upon where you stand, waving. And as Golem lifts his mask, so too does the figure, and you see the grinning face of Leosin. The other arm that's down at the side of that figure, it isn't moving, and as he lifts the mask, you sort of see the sleeve blowing in the wind as if there was no arm in it.
I wonder why that might be.
I think it's because there's no arm there.
That would make sense, yes.
It's actually a ruse. The cultists cut off their own arm in order to trick you into thinking it's their friend. Your friend.
I don't think we need to worry about that dragon claw. He's armless.
Your puns have disarmed me.
Nice.
I gotta hand it to you, because
Oh boy.
Oh, there's something about that pun, but I can't put my finger on it.
Well, at least we know he's going to be coming back with an army.
Oh my god.
Just the
So,
three
good
of you,
game, guys. Thanks for playing. Bye.
Yeah, goodbye. Have a good night.
And
Just
on that
fade out on
note-
that.
And on that note, we will end there, actually. You've seen Leosin is out of the camp. We can have a bit of a think of what you want to do over the next couple of weeks from here. You just go and leave. You've sort of achieved your mission. But
Oh
whether
my
you want
god,
to
we
explore
actually
that-
did the sitcom fade and laugh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the freeze
towards
frame.
the end there. Oh man, when there were two separate encounters happening, I was just like, okay, so which one of us is gonna die?
Oh yeah. Me, apparently.
Very lucky that Golem isn't delicious, because if someone was delicious there, those Sturges would have just ate them.
Yeah, Golem would have been
Yeah.
extremely dead.
I'd say
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
also very lucky that the chain reaction did not happen, because that would have brought me to negative.
Yeah, that would have also been
Oh.
bad.
Oh, we came very close to dying.
I
I
mean-
do think, I will say, I probably could have taken the two dragon claws by myself, but not the Sturges, and also the trap immediately beforehand. Like, I had them, like, I nearly killed one of them, and then I just left.
Yeah. So they were slightly less than full dragon claws, but yeah, the Sturges was definitely the full party encounter.
Mhm.
Really? Those
Really?
those drakes
certainly did a shitload of damage.
Oh, not the front dragon claws, the two that were guarding Golem. The front was still a full fight, and it was a full fight for 5 characters, and there was only 4 of you because one of you was captured.
Well,
Definitely
all
got
I
right.
should've-
action points for that one.
Mhm. I should have looked what was in that south cavern before I went running north. Maybe there was a. Because I'm just now looking at the map and realize there's a way I could have gone south.
Well, now we have plenty of time to look around.
Not on the other side of the Sturges, we don't.
I
Well, I
mean,
guess we do after the rest, but
You mean
that
Yeah.
counts. Oof. That was fun.
Indeed.
Yeah.
It wasn't nearly as all death as I thought it was going to be. I thought you all would have tried to fight Frulam, to be honest.
see, that would have been a bad idea. We
Oh yeah,
only
that
have
would have
good
been a
ideas.
TPK.
Nah, yeah.
Yeah.
That was like 3 encounters.
Yeah. That was definitely Marielle with the save there using that living mist.
Oh yes, absolutely. That was fucking brilliant. And them accidentally
Thanks.
hugging me super, super hard. Oh,
I love just how much like crazy utility I have as a scion.
oh yeah, it's great.
It is real good. Even like the distract when the dragon claw was coming to check the ropes. Real nice.
Oh yeah. Jesus, you are a
Thanks.
Swiss Army knife of useful power.
Yeah.
Normally I'm like, controllers don't add much to a party, they just make them take longer. You might as well just have a ranged striker who's good at area attacks, but nope, not in this case.
Thank you.
Go team!
Go team! Go team Marielle and her entourage.
I wouldn't say I'm that big of a thing, but
No, it's shit, what was Aurelius' fake name? Gregory?
Carlton.
Carlton. It's Carlton and his entourage, as far as the dragon.
The ultimate lie was convincing everyone that I was important.
You know
The
what?
thing, the trick there is you're only convincing them that you're important long enough that you can become important.
Exactly. Fake it till I make it.
I think this is the point when I tell the rest of the party that I fully intend to one-on-one Cyan Wrath again and put him down at next. But I'm also very
good luck.
sad. Like,
Yeah, good luck.
yeah. I mean, I'm level 4 now. One more level and I can probably take him. I have some pretty good daily options at level 5.
That's hoping you'll find him in an opportunity to 1v1.
Yeah. I'll put some points in Intimidate.
What could possibly go wrong?
Death. Definitely death.
Definitely death.
Death is only the beginning.
Death just means I get to try out a new class.
Yep. I was joking earlier, while you were away, but I was like, maybe I should roll up a backup paladin just in case.
Yeah, I was thinking something along the same lines, like either a warlord or a shaman. Meet Aurelius. Aurelius's more handsome brother.
Golem cracks open like an egg and a goblin-sized robot pops out.
Perfect.
Yes.
Did we talk about like expected lethality in this game? feel like I did.
Yes, you did.
Good, cool, awesome.
Level
remind
1
me.
hit points always. Well, you know.
Things will be hitting like trucks. Yes.
Yep. Yeah, I remember level 1 damage, but level 1 damage forever. I thought you meant like a philosophy about character death.
Oh yeah, I mean, today's a good example, right? Like I could have just had all the Sturges, Dogpile, you, and Death. I could have had all the Razor things, Dogpile, Aurelius, and Death. But no.
But as long as
boring and
there's
lame.
plausible deniability for why we live, we'll probably live.
Yeah, I mean, like with the
That seems
fight
fair.
in the dragon cult, of the Raiders camp, rather. If you'd all been beaten, I would have not killed everyone, but everyone would have been where Gollum is, basically. Like that would have. That's the sort of thing. Failure and TPK isn't TP death. It's
Right.
failure,
Yeah.
unless of course people die. But that
We
would
might have actually done better if we'd all lost that first fight.
Yeah, right?
Well, potentially. I mean, now you've got nothing blocking your exit. Some of the harder fights are done. The Razors would be incredibly shit to accidentally walk into from the other direction after a big, terrible battle with Sturges.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, we just turn into a big old pincushion.
Yep.
Yeah, this way we did manage to avoid an entire fight. Except, the part where you had to rescue me from it.
Now, you still might have to deal with that fight, but yeah.
And also, I'd say the high point for this session for me was the added texture in Golem's character, that he is now very, very guilty that he had to be rescued and he derailed the entire mission because of it.
Talking of highs and lows, I'm going to kill the